You know, why don't we take a little look at Sandbox here? And see where it's at. There's one game in particular that I spent more time with than one should. Hopefully this will load up and work well. Again, like running games locally on this PC that I'm streaming from has been weirdly dicey. Weirdly dicey. I think it's, you know, I think some of it is just the nature of like, it's the nature of 4K capture. You know, is that some of this stuff is just strange. But let's try to get it in here. Okay, that was relatively smooth, I suppose. Anyway, this is Sandbox. You have like kind of two versions of your character. They're doing a store now, which I didn't realize that they were doing, but there is, you can buy skins. I don't know why these things are disappearing as I'm clicking on them. That's okay. This is very much in development, is also probably worth noting. Oh God. Oh God, what happened? Okay. All right, I'm gonna have to like, I guess force quit this and try relaunching it and see if we can get it to work, because that's all kinds of fucked up. But they're selling a wizard skin right now, which is our wizard clothing, I guess, for your goofy looking characters. How much for a wizard hat? Now I'm scared to find out, because when I hit the store, it just everything went away. All right. And so I think they just rolled out their like kind of role play stuff, their Sandbox stuff, and updated it pretty recently. You can see like, what are the trending games? What are the newest games? And so they've got like a pretty interesting, if nothing else, like an interesting kind of way to look at kind of what people are doing. And so I imagine Roblox probably has pretty similar stuff. But yeah, you can kind of see the active lobbies here. The stuff that I've favorited, this is the thing I've been playing a lot of, is freaking s&miner, and it's real. It's basically an idle game. Is this going to finish? Is this download going to finish? Or do I need to try to... There was an error of loading this game. Object reference is not set to value cannot be... Okay, great. Well, this is going great. Maybe if I clear out my cache or something, maybe that will force a better re-download of it. You know, there's a reason why this thing isn't just freely available on Steam yet. You have to want it. You have to go to their page and demand it. Okay. Oh wow, this whole area has been completely rebuilt since the last time I have checked this out. This is a game about digging and then selling ore, and then using that ore to buy more tools that help you dig faster. I have what here is here a what is this? A level 3. I have a deluxe drill, which is speed 44. You can upgrade your backpack to hold more stuff so that you don't have to return to the surface as often. Oh, and then why, you know, and now the forge is all the way over here. Why do I got to run all the way over here? This seems stupid. If you cook some of your bricks, they'll be worth 3 times as much money, but you have to wait for that to cook in real time. This is a very nice fountain. This was not here before. And now there's a casino, apparently. Hooray. Let's dig. We're here to dig. And, you know, yeah, a lot of these are multiplayer experiences, so, you know, they kind of spin up servers and... the stuff up here on the top, with my speed 44 drill, I can really kind of chew through, so really... The answer is to kind of dig down to the layer that you can still dig. And once the digging slows down, you know you're getting the ore that is probably right for you. And this is the entire game, dude. Like, this is... You don't really find, or at least I have not found, you know, maybe when you dig all the way down, there's some kind of spooky surprise or something down there, but like... But we're just trying to make money so we can buy tools that let us do this faster, and then eventually you can prestige and do it all over again, baby. I stopped moving. Okay, there. It's like I got stuck inside the... Oh, I have been like separated from the world somehow. I am like skating around a little bit. Something is broken. This happened last time. Last time I played this was probably about a week ago. And this was happening then too. So this still seems to... I don't know if this is a bug. Again, you know, kind of it's sort of the hard part about like the platform itself is still being patched and changing all the time, and also the games themselves are being updated, and so I imagine there's a lot of fucking... I wonder if I'm chatting into this world. If this has voice chat or not. Anyway, they solve the problem of you having to theoretically, like, dig your way back up. You just don't. Right?
What do we even do?
You dig. You just dig, man. Oh, is everyone stuck crouched all? Yeah, okay. So yeah, we can't even get up this lip.
Oh, so it's everybody. It's not just me. Or us, I mean. Like, I thought it might have been related to having too much shit in my backpack.
No, it's just broken. Maybe there's a push to talk button that I'm not hitting. Yeah. Might just need to reconnect.
Yeah, could be.
Let's try downloading it locally again. Release 1.0, new map. All right, at least our feet are hitting the ground. So this I should still have all my stuff. So I can just, I can hit sell, and now I got 225,000, and we can go over here and look and see if we can afford a better drill yet. We need 400,000 for the next drill. And so we dig. So yeah, I don't know. I probably spent a few hours digging over the course of the last few weeks, just like loading this up and just kind of doing this and going like, oh yeah, man, how low can I get? But like I lost, the other kind of problem, because this thing is all still in active development and everything else, is one time I loaded it up and all my tools were gone, and so I had a drill that was actually back to a pickaxe that was way faster than this. And it was taken from me. Nah, I can't dig through that. That's the next layer. We need better tools for that. Is this what s&miner was? The game that the dude stole when he made Minecraft? Is this just like a recreation of s&miner? I don't remember what s&miner was. It's just been too many years. s&miner had verses. Okay. I guess in the most so if you remember Garry's mod, if you've spent time with Garry's mod, one of the cool things you can do in Garry's mod, if you're into it, is you can install source engine games and use their assets in your creations. So if you want to put the G-Man in things, you can. I think he just just the other day said, "Hey, by the way, this game does that too," and because so I think you can install Quake and use Quake models in various sandbox modes, and that there is some kind of mount system where you can basically write a mount system for any game's models, presumably. I mean, in theory, I guess is the idea here, and be able to mount those models inside of this, which is kind of fucking wild. And so people that are doing, if you're a fan of fucking terrible machinima, this sounds like it's going to really open up that world in a really nasty way. I'm going to go to write a mount for slut nurses so I can get those models in here from that hot video game. Oh, yeah. Now we're just digging, baby. If you like to dig, I recommend this wholeheartedly. This has been some pretty solid digging. And digging ain't for everybody. Especially digging for the sake of digging. What if a person likes Dig by Mudvayne? I think this is not going to... Sandbox is not going to provide the professional help you need. If you're into Mudvayne, no one can help you. Though maybe someone will take up the cause. I mean, who knows? Maybe some sandbox. They had some kind of like creator fund for this, where I think some of these people making games are earning money directly from was it Face Punch or whatever. Which makes sense, as you kind of develop this thing further and build it out, you need people really banging on it, and you probably also need, people to seed the environment with some bangers. All right, we'll go back up in a minute here and see if we have enough money to buy the next thing. Either way, I think we'll stop doing this and do something else. What other games have I tried on this? Why would I try other games? This is all you need. Was digging not enough for you? What the fuck do you want out of a video game, man? No, there's a few others that I favorited, knowing that I would probably eventually want to show them off here. Is there crafting? No. They have streamlined the bullshit crafting out of it and gone strictly for mining. It is not sand mining and crafting. It is sand mining. Sand miner, rather. If you need a soundtrack, C418 has put out a lot of albums. You could put any of those on. The whirring of the drill is not, it's not the best. It's not the best. You maybe would be better off putting on some kind of music, I suppose. Oh, look at that. It tells us how much the stuff we like. They added a total worth to your backpack view now, so you know how much money you're carrying on you. That's actually handy. We want 400K, and we're not quite there yet. A lot of encumbrance. Well, remember, I have a level 4 or 5 backpack. I'm not fucking around, man. Digging, baby. 160. So that's 3, 4. We need. I mean, we could cook some of this ore and stack bricks, but that would take time also of us just standing around. So why not just keep digging? I say. I mean, the actual answer is that you could do both. We could. Go back here, go over here. We have a level 3 forge. What's the thing we have the most of that is worth the most? It's probably this. So we'll smelt it. 408 seconds of smelting. Oops. We'll take the rest of this shit and sell it. No, stop hitting the tilde key, you monster. How does this compare to a game about digging a hole? This is so, this is... You don't find as much cool stuff underground in this, or at least I have not. Maybe down at the very bottom there is something surprising, but I don't know that there is. It's fun to get a high-speed object here, though, and just erase this stuff. It is... A game about digging a hole I thought was actually kind of neat. It was not... I don't know that I would say that the ending was super satisfying. I think I like the mechanics more than their kind of attempt at a story or whatever. And even then, some of those mechanics, I think, are, it was something that was like relatively half baked, but like the guy made it in like a weekend or something, right? It was like a very like quick sort of thing. that unexpectedly took off. Because as it turns out, digging is satisfying. If you do digging in a game right, where you're just like eradicating things and building big holes for you to run through, people dig that. But like for a game jam thing, it was cool. Yeah, I never, there was like if you found enough keys or something, there was a chest you could unlock, and I never actually did that. But I did finish that game, and like I think I finished that game like twice, because you had to. At some point I decided I wanted all the achievements in it, and then I was like, that's dumb, I should stop. But you can just, because you can just teleport back to the surface, you don't need to care about anything when it comes to this. You can just dig straight fucking down. Anyway, let's go back up here. Sell all the new stuff we just got. It's not going to be worth much. It's all level 1 trash. Ugh. Go see how this is going. About halfway there. 200 seconds. If only I could pay some sort of real money to speed this up, right? Friggin' Gradius game over here. What is it? What? Oh, okay. Don't put this here if you're not going to let people go. Put a gate. Put a gate in here. Close this off. Even worse that I can technically get on the other side of it before I see the invisible wall. Is there lava? Not that I know of. I don't, there doesn't seem like there's any kind of health-oriented concept in this thing. Now imagine the digging I just did, and I made, whatever, $150,000 or whatever. And then look at these leaderboards here, where this guy is prestiged 20 times. And now think about how much time these players on this leaderboard must have spent digging.
More.
Hello.
Hello. Why aren't you digging? Get back to work.
Okay, sorry. I'll tell you. Those footsteps scared the bejesus out of me. Because I'm like, wait a minute, I started apparently all servers are multiplayer servers. I was like, well, yeah, this is okay. I'll start it offline, and I thought it was offline. And yet, that's kind of cool. It's kind of cool that it's like easy like that. Can you hear me all the way down here, or is it, or no? Help, I'm underground. Ah! Oh, well. Look at all this. Look at all this. Dig my way out. I mean, I could, you could just dig stairs around in a circle. Like the pit itself is not that big, right? But you could probably do that, but Jesus. fries are done. There. I'm just getting new tools. Don't hit me. Oh, 500,000. I could upgrade the refinery instead. Or I could get, okay, yeah, no, we can get the cinnabar pickaxe. That's a whole new level of thing.
I've got a flint pickaxe, so like totally on your level now.
Now you're ready to live the digging lifestyle. I wonder if this server is something that I am hosting here locally on the machine. Okay, so now we can dig into this stuff. So this stuff's worth even more. Oh, but it takes so long to dig. We've got to earn more money. We've got to get a better, faster pickaxe. We've got to get more. Ah! We simply must upgrade forever. So, you know, like all good video games, they drive you to insanity. So I wonder if this is if that ended the game for everyone, me leaving that server, or if that spins up somewhere remotely, or if it transitions hosting to someone else here. Let's look at Sprain real quick here. Sprain seems very slight in terms of its progression, but insofar as I think I have done almost everything there is to do in this, but I could be wrong. We're up here at level 5. Okay, so it saved my progress from the last time I played it. This is kind of like the... Okay, the server kept going after I quit. Okay, so I'm glad I did not interrupt Bryn's digging. So this is the Hall of Meat from fucking Skate, basically. And I have a jetpack that I can use to, you know, I can use some of the fuel to get around and do stuff here. Oh, yeah. That was bad. Come on, go. Oh, man. And then we get $140,000, and then we respawn, and we spend the money. And we do it all again. Good God. I have a little bit of air control here. All right. But yeah, this is the highest spawn. Oh no, 1.5 million. I can raise the starting height up to an even higher point. So best get to jumping. It's fucked up. Fall through 6 hoops for $90,000 seems like a bargain. I just used the rest of my jetpack energy to shoot straight down into the ground. But yeah, you have a little bit of control here, both in the air and kind of when you're flopping around. Like, it's not quite to the level that Skate had, but... it's pretty good. It's got pretty good sound effects, you know, for this thing being what it is. I was actually, like, pretty impressed with just, like, the impact seems really fucked in this game. They do a good job of, like, the high speed of some of these crashes is kind of nasty. All right, I'll do a couple more jumps here and do something else. I kind of want to, yeah, I want to see what the next level of starting height is. Was that an organ or was it numbers? I think it was the jetpack trail coming out of it. It could have been numbers, though. Yeah, you know, I think it could use like kind of more, like I like the challenges thing. Those repeat pretty frequently. But I like the idea of having those kind of goals in there. I would say, yeah, multiplier. Yeah, some kind of something else. Like it's neat, but it kind of needs like some additional skill thing in it. See, there I got nothing because I landed in the water, but I at least completed those challenges. So that's something. Try and break some windows here. Yeah. Ugh. Thud. I still need 500k, man. I need to stop hitting escape to get out of this menu because that is not ever going to do it. All right, and that was 160. If we can just get like 4 good jumps and just, I want to see what the next location looks like. And then, let's dislocate some joints. That'll do it. Okay. How do we need to... Okay, we're on 6. We're just up in space now. This doesn't look that different. I guess the last one's over there, so it is higher, but not dramatically different. Okay. And we can get a little better air control, a little more jetpack fuel. Slingshot is expensive. I don't know. There was this that was kind of crazy. Trigonometry. Come on now. Really awkward to play with a mouse and keyboard. I tried it with a controller and it did work, but also it still had digital movement, and so it wasn't that much better. And you have bombs, you know, like all the real Geometry Wars be doing. Better look, so I don't think you can see it, but I am just using my mouse cursor and the mouse to aim. This might be a little loud, huh? shame that, you know, Geometry Wars kind of doesn't get... I mean, it feels like lost to time now, right? I mean, it had its run, it got sold to Activision, and then Activision... I feel like most of the stuff Activision did with it was not great. You know, their handheld, like the stuff the Geometry Wars games came out under Activision. Not awesome. But now, you know, that was, yeah. Now, those guys bought Activision, and now it's all there again. But it just kind of... I don't know. It's the sort of thing that, like, when they put out these handhelds, whatever this handheld thing is, I feel like if they wanted to think about what is the heart of Xbox, what is the soul of Xbox, building a new Geometry Wars into the handheld or something to that effect would be a cool thing for them to do. And then this Sand Tycoon was something this game got weird. I don't know if it's just not getting updated anymore or what the deal is. Yeah, okay, so it got updated 4 months ago, which is not that old, I guess. But like this was the thing I was in. This was the horrific idle game I was into in Sandbox for you know, when I first got my hands on it. And it has since been completely rebuilt, and the game is now totally different. And when I load it up, I don't recognize it anymore as a game that I probably spent 20 hours playing. And it doesn't seem great. I don't know. Have I seen Bricadia? Yeah, I was talking about Bricadia earlier. I found the controls in Bricadia to be really terrible. You know, it's early access, but oh, apparently I don't have a save anymore. But like, it's so the idea in this is that you were getting sand and the upgrade path was like you were refining the sand to make it worth more, and so like now I got to go to this store and buy conveyors and like build all this weird stuff, and I kind of gotta have a dropper. Cannot afford the booster, but we can afford an upgrader. We need to place a dropper that drops the sand. A conveyor belt that conveys the sand. That's not... A collector that collects the sand. And in theory, you would put an upgrader or something so that the sand passes through the upgrader and gets upgraded, but I think I built that wrong. Now we're making money, baby. So now, you know, that there you have it. And then and the entire game is you building, you know, I guess like more and more elaborate versions of this. That then make you more money so you can build more elaborate versions of this. So yeah, is this janky satisfactory? I mean, yeah, you know, probably in a weird way, you sort of, kind of, you know. But also not really. Can upgrade stack. So yeah, I mean, if I could afford multiple of these upgraders, I think you could put them along the conveyor belt and have it upgrade over and over again. Again, like this whole thing used to be a much more a much tighter and smaller experience last year, and ever since it changed into this, I feel like a little lost. This guy claims to be able to upgrade my dropper, but what does he know? Shop chat Q2. We could get a crusher. Oh, yeah. Look at this sick error. Spirit of Garry's mod lives on in all of us. Yeah, that one was less janky, but also much smaller in scale before. So I guess that's kind of the weird thing you run into with these things is, you know, everything is always in some active state of development. And what is done? What are the popular, you know? So I guess as s&box continues to take shape, you know, much like I'm sure Roblox went through and everything else, you probably eventually get to a point where like some games have risen above the noise. And become kind of the standards or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I think I like it more than Roblox because it's just fucking weirder, but maybe that's just because it's like a very early thing, you know? But I like that, you know, that this is the also, I think when you hear about it as like, oh, this is the successor to Garry's mod, like it kind of just makes sense on its own merits a little bit too. Whereas Roblox is fucking Roblox. We saw Roblox recently, right? Like it's a nasty, it's a scary environment. Find a game to join. All right, well, whatever. But I don't know, you know, like what do we got here? So we have like some kind of role-playing server that I don't really want to join. Fort Wars. Space Arena official dedicated. Yeah, so, you know, with this thing not being widely available yet, it's obviously not going to be mega populated. But it's been a fascinating thing for me to return to, you know, once every few months or something and just be like, all right, s&box, what the hell's going on with that? And every time I've loaded it up after some months away, it's been like, oh wow, this is even weirder. This is like an even weirder thing than it was before. Like it seems so elaborate and so capable. That if people get in there and make really cool things with it, this could be really awesome as it kind of continues to again take shape. And the August update says the August update is now live, including the new movie maker and editor makeover, and more progress on the sandbox mode, server side code, and more. So movie maker, I mean, clearly they want to make tools for people that want to make machinima. Capital M machinima. It's downloading a lot of additional models. The next Skibbity toilet hit will come from it. Yeah, I mean, if this can load in Half-Life models, I assume that you could be producing. I assume you could be producing Skibbity toilet-like content inside of this, right? You cannot kill or arrest someone without proper roleplay reason. Get Growing, your guide to the new drug system.
Oh, hello. Oh, you are ugly. You are ugly. Yeah.
Great.
Get out!
Citizens,
Help me! Help me!
stop.
A hobo is attacking me. Hobo de merde là. I'm not homeless people. Homeless guy. I'm a traveler.
No fighting.
What the fuck is happening, dude?
Bad people.
So I don't know if I guess I can't. Oh, there we go. Okay, well, we can. Where'd that cop go? Well, I don't know. We're dropping this basketball.
Can't drop it.
Best guns.
Can you not hear me? No.
I have no money.
Hey. Wanna buy? Not even a mic symbol. Fuck it. I am broke. LOL. Aren't we all? Can I go to the ATM? I feel you, baby. Also G to drop guns. Don't work with pistol.
Hello. Hello, mister. Welcome in town. Give me weapon. I can make visits. Follow me. Please.
Oh, I have 1,048. Okay, so I can... Okay, I have that money on me now. It's probably bad. I don't want to do this. This is like this is interesting. But only up to a certain point. Like I don't. But yeah, I guess the sandbox and the roleplay stuff, or maybe the sandbox stuff specifically, got a big update. Just here this month. Yeah, if I could just live somewhere where I could just get $1,000 out of the ATM and there's just pizzas on the street, like why would you even need the money? You know? Something real wild about. It's like this is Garry's mod, but it's not Garry's mod. You know what I mean? Like you look at it and you're like, this is, oh look at it, it's Garry's mod. And you're like, wait, but it looks better. Like this, it's weird. It's weird. I always thought it was like, what, you double tap reload to unfreeze everything at once, right? Then, oh, maybe that doesn't. Yeah, so if I installed Quake, we would be able to bring Quake models into this, which is fucking crazy. But you know, that's you know, as far as I can tell, people just pose these models like your skibbity toilets, your machinimas, and well, maybe not skibbity toilet, but like a lot of the kind of stuff you saw coming out of like a source filmmaker is just very carefully posed models. And you know, you can kind of freeze the different joints, the parts you can pick up. You'd freeze them in position. So if I pick this guy by the head and then freeze right there, like that one is frozen, but the rest of it is still physics, you know? Oh man, will the duplicator just work in this? Yes. Just keep spawning them all somehow attached to each other. This frame rate. If you can't break it, it ain't Garry's mod. You know? Oh, Quan Chi, what? Oh, man. What model pack do I need to download to make Quan Chi work? But let's see if I should be able. I feel like I should be able to pick the. Yeah, I mean they're all kind of attached, and I imagine the heads are all frozen together. Is that what we're looking at here? This is a terrifying predicament that we found ourselves in. And there are not enough weapons. I don't have the right stuff to. All right. Well, now we can let's put a wheel on it. What buttons do we hit to make it drive though? Like, can we put soda can rockets on things and make it fly away? Let's rope this wheel there so that it can't escape. I don't know. Let's rope this non-functional Quan Chi to our stack of dudes. I don't know. We're not going to be able to really do much of anything here because I just don't know what I'm doing. What does slider do? Is that like a more of a stretchy kind of connector? We've got elastic. We've got ball sockets. Options doesn't seem to do anything. Night has fallen. Oh, God. Oh, God. What has happened? I'm trapped. All right, I can't. Oh, God. Anyway. Remover. Remove hair. Well, no, we want to remove everything. Anyway. Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. That was me. I brushed against the I brushed against the console button. Yeah, so this is capable of a lot. All right. The camera just immediately saves Steam screenshots, which is good. And there you have it. What other idle games are there? Oh gosh. Baguette clicker. But yeah, that was the Yeah. And so, yeah, I don't know. Obviously, like Steam Workshop support and stuff that happened in Garry's mod, like there was just a lot, right, over the years with Garry's, and so yeah, the idea of kind of blowing that out, expanding it in a variety of ways, and Robloxifying it, I suppose, to a certain extent, sounds really fascinating. And I don't know, like every time I check that out, the Sandbox feels like it has become a bigger and stranger concept. Like just it is encompassing more and more as it goes. I wonder when it will be something that you can just go to Steam and like click on and buy or get or however they want to do it. But I think if you just go, to their website, you can just get it. And I don't think they make you jump through a ton of hoops to get a key from them. You just have to go to their website and get it from them directly. So I don't know. You should check it out. It's real goofy. And it seems like people are, very it seems like that there is an audience for the role play stuff, I guess. If that's the life you're interested in leading, you can certainly lead it. You can lead your Altus life inside of Sandbox. But yeah, I don't know. Garry's mod has always just been such a bizarre. It was cool to see Garry's mod become this like massive thing, And I felt like the group of people that I was messing with it with, like we weren't doing the same things with it that other, like the typical kind of Garry's mod usage patterns were those weird role play things and like posing characters and machinima and doing like source filmmaker type things with it. I don't know. We were just making bizarre contraptions and crashing the server and over again because it was always a very rickety thing, as opposed to this being 100% stable the entire. Well, whatever. I mean, it didn't crash. That's hey. And yes, and Trouble in Terrorist Town, which is that exists inside of Sandbox, I think now too. I don't know if it's the exact same or how far along it is or whatever, but yeah, that's a whole thing. But Garry's mod just kind of became a thing unto itself, and more so than just like here's a thing that lets you fuck around with source engine assets. It just became this totally different thing, and people started making game modes. And I mean, it makes sense that Sandbox is going to be a thing that capitalizes even further on like, hey, here are easier ways for people to make and share game modes and all of the other things that you can do inside of a tool set like this. And yeah, I don't know. Are they going to monetize anything in the games in Sandbox? I don't know. I don't have the answer to that. I don't know what I don't really know what their long-term plans are for it. Until the 15th, they are selling wizard parts for your character. So if you want a hat, gown, trousers, and beard, they're going to sell those, but they're only selling them until the 15th, and says here after that it will only be available on the community marketplace. So you'll have to pay market prices for wizard shit past a certain point, I suppose. So get in now. I don't know. It's weird. So yeah, I mean, clearly they'll try to make money that way, and then whatever workshop stuff, workshop sales or Steam inventory sales happen on top of that, they get a cut of every one of those, right? Like if I buy a wizard from someone else, then don't they get a cut of that? I forget how it works exactly, but yeah, they've got a pretty weird. They've got a pretty weird thing going, I guess. And looking at the tools and stuff for the movie maker and everything, like looking at these screenshots they posted to Steam. Yeah, a real wild path for this thing. So yeah, I don't know. You could go to their website and get it. I think someone was saying in chat that you just had, and Bryn got in just now. So I think you just have to go to their website and link up your Steam account, and then they will grant you access to it like kind of immediately. So, so yeah, an interesting project for sure. And I think, I don't know, like it's weird to talk about the feel or the trustworthiness or whatever. But again, I think Garry Newman's got a pretty good track record with the things that he has done over the past, God, is it 20 years now? When did Garry's mod come out? It's just, 2006. So yeah, I mean, we're just about 20. Jesus. Garry's mod is just about 20 years old. And I think, that like that was something that he just sold for $10, or God, it was free for a long time, wasn't it? And then it was like, oh, by the way, we're going to put a price on this, but it's generally like done like pretty good stuff and has not been a monster about it. So in a world where I think you can look at this tool set and very easily see it going in the direction of Roblox, I would like to think that this won't. But again, I don't know what their actual full-on plans are for making money on this thing over time and what all that stuff is. But Sagacious Snake says, it's interesting information with s&box. Independent developers are developing frameworks to try to compete with the GTA role-playing scene and making some impressive progress. So yeah, that makes sense. Is it going to be s&box and GTA 6 competing for competing to become the real metaverse? Yeah. But it's definitely a pretty wild thing. But yeah, I think you can just go to their website and get into it. I don't know if that's something they're intending for just developers to do. So I don't know what the whole procedure is there, but it sounds like you can get access to it if you want. So I recommend getting in there and fucking around with it. It's a neat, weird thing. Spend some time fucking around with a neat, weird thing.